Donald Trump suffered a complete and total meltdown on Truth Social when social media outlets, including CNN and MSNBC, didn't say what he wanted them to say. What Donald Trump wanted CNN and MSNBC to say is that the Iranian nuclear facilities that he targeted were totally destroyed, that any nuclear materials that they were housing also went up in flames in the blasts. Unfortunately, media outlets have not been able to independently confirm that. And unfortunately, it appears as though while damaged, some of these facilities were not destroyed. Now, Trump claims they were destroyed, but we have reporting and satellite imagery contradicting Trump. There are also, by the way, claims that nuclear materials, enriched uranium, were moved from those locations before the attack, possibly because Donald Trump himself tipped off the Iranians that such an attack may be coming. So let's talk through it. Donald Trump bursting at the seams on Truth Social. That's him just bursting, where he said, quote, "The sites that we hit in Iran were totally destroyed, and everyone knows it. Only the fake news would say anything different in order to try and demean as much as possible, and even they say they were pretty well destroyed. Working especially hard on this falsehood is Allison Cooper of Fake News CNN." Now understand, he's referring to Anderson Cooper. This is homophobic. It's just overt homophobia. Allison Cooper of Fake News CNN, dumb Brian Roberts, chairman of Concast, Johnny Carl of ABC Fake News, and always the losers of, again, Concast's NBC Fake News. It never ends with the sleazebags in the media, and that's why their ratings are at an all-time low. Zero credibility. Well, what's the problem with this? The problem, as is often the case with Trump, is that the facts are getting in the way of the story that Trump is telling. The problem is that independent sources have been unable to confirm the supposed total destruction that Trump claims has befallen the Iranian nuclear sites. The Fordo facility, the heart of Iran's underground enrichment operation, was not obliterated. You can put 10 exclamation points on your troth post. It doesn't change that U.S. and American, that U.S. and Israeli intelligence both agree there was damage. It may well be serious damage, but it was not destroyed. And in this game, the difference between damaged and destroyed is of utmost critical importance. 12 of our heaviest bunker buster bombs were dropped on Fordo. These are not metaphorical weapons. These are 30,000 pound slabs of steel and fire. These are designed to destroy mountains, for lack of a better term. And the site survived. Now, it was damaged, no doubt. It was degraded, but it was not gone. And Iran might have been ready, because satellite photos taken in the days before the strike showed trucks at both Fordo and Esfahan near tunnel entrances, possibly sealing them off or moving equipment. The equipment that was moved may include over 400 kilograms of enriched uranium to 60%. That's close enough to weapons grade to make the international community say, I don't know that we like that. It's small enough to fit in the trunk of a car. So let that sink in. We launched an expensive high-tech bombing campaign without congressional approval, without even telling Democrats that you were doing it. And the material that matters the most might have been quietly driven out through the back door before the bombing. Trump's team goes out in front of cameras. We'll see Caroline Leavitt do it in a moment. And they say, oh, this was masterful. This was a master stroke. Pete Hegseth said everything was obliterated, that it was bold and brilliant. But the people who study this, right, arms control experts or former inspectors, satellite analysts, they're telling a very different story. And while the centrifuges may be gone, the uranium is, as of this moment, unaccounted for. We'll hear J.D. Vance asked about that a little bit later. The knowledge that they have obviously is still in the hands of Iranian scientists. The capability for nuclear weapons has been set back. It has not been eliminated. Now, David Albright is a veteran nuclear watchdog. He put it plainly, which is Iran could have simply moved the enriched uranium elsewhere and picked up where it left off. That's simple. Maybe there has been a year of setback, maybe not even. Now, if you believe or don't believe that Iran was working on, close to, or had a nuclear weapon, whatever you believe, was this worth it for maybe not even a year? I don't know the answer. I'm not asking it rhetorically. I'm actually asking. But where my head is that the only real way to end this program is going to be diplomacy, inspections, pressure, maybe a deal like what Obama had in place that Trump ended without Iran having violated the nuclear deal. Photo op strikes followed by delusional troths, not really going to do it. So what was the point of any of this? Well, if this wasn't about permanently neutralizing Iran's nuclear program, and it wasn't because it didn't, then we are left with some pretty dark possibilities. Was this political theater from the get-go, right? Flexing for the base, a reminder that Trump has a red button that he can press without asking Congress and then bombs fly. If that's what it was about, well, that's terrifying. That's horribly authoritarian. And that's how empires act when they forget what winning actually means. It's not as sexy to just sign a deal and have Iran not enrich anything. It doesn't make for hot headlines the way Trump wants. And if you're wondering, is anyone safer because of this? The experts don't really think so, but that's not going to stop Caroline Leavitt from continuing to carry out these obvious lies. Let's go to that next. If you've ever been blocked from going to certain websites or watching your favorite shows on Netflix because they're not available in your country, check out our sponsor, Private Internet Access, which is a VPN fully optimized for streaming and downloading large video files. It'll hide your real IP address and reroute your internet traffic through a secure server in any of 91 countries or all 50 US states. And this lets you access region-restricted content on the web, as well as platforms like Netflix and Disney Plus and Amazon Prime, no matter where you are. I've been using Private Internet Access to get soccer games from Argentina not available in the US. I love it. It's super easy. You open the app, you choose a server, and you're in. Works on unlimited devices, so your whole household can stream freely. And it also supports lightning fast peer-to-peer file sharing, and they can prove they do not log your activity. Right now, Private Internet Access is giving my audience 83% off, which is just $203 a month and 4 extra months for free. Go to piavpn.com/Pacman. The link is in the description.